Hey everyone, Tochic89 here and I'm back with another Pokemon Adventures Team Challenge, and this time I picked the famous yellow Cabarello, who is the female protagonist of her own series of Pokemon Yellow but who has never been shown to us outside the manga series. She enters the storyline after 2 years of the Pokemon Red and Blue saga, when Red has gone to battle the Elite Four after getting an invitation and has been missing, but only his Pikachu, Pika, has returned. It is not known yet, but Yellow was sent by Green to investigate Red's disappearance, and Green is the one who suggests Yellow hide her true gender for the time being with a famous straw hat on her head which hides her ponytail, which, unknown to Yellow at this point of time, has a secret camera attached on it via Green so that she can get information on the go. Actually, Red is the one who rescues Yellow when she was younger from a lot of rowdy, Geodudes, I believe, from Viridian Forest, and therefore she is dedicated to find Red. And the best part about her is that she has special abilities of reading the minds of Pokemon and healing them with her own touch. And unknown to her, that her main rival Lance, who is the antagonist of the series, also shares the same ability because both of them are from Viridian Forest, and therefore one of the other names for Yellow also translates to Yellow of the Viridian Forest. The rules I'm choosing to follow for this game is that only Yellow's team can be used in battle. I cannot use any items in battle. I can use them outside. No Pokemon evolution until before battling Lance. That's a story change I added. No wild Pokemon team grinding. I added a catch here that only after the first gym battle, because I struggled a lot getting through the first gym battle and just made that exception only for this scenario. And I will be catching all of Yellow's Pokemon in the wild as the game presents it to me, and I will not be using any external HM boys. Only my team will learn all the HM moves, and if they can't, only then I will pick out someone new. Now this is the most difficult challenge I've done because the team Yellow has is pretty basic, but and I cannot evolve them until I get a chance to battle Lance, that is in the Elite Four. So anyway, let's get started. We start with beginning to name our character as a Yellow, as well as our teacher slash rival Blue in this game, and we obviously run into Oak the only way we can, where we are about to put ourselves in danger, and Oak comes out and says it's unsafe to go without any Pokemon. Now we already reset the game accordingly, where I get my starter as a Ratata. So here I did not adhere to the manga exactly, where Blue should ideally have had a Charmander, but he ends up with a Squirtle. That's a little snafu on my part. I had just randomly changed one of the Pokemon to be Ratata, and I pick that one and name it Ratty. Whereas Blue here picks up, strangely enough, Green's Pokemon, which is Squirtle, and therefore tries to teach me how to battle. I'm going with the whole teaching thing because that's how they went in the manga series, where Blue trains Yellow right before battling Elite Four because they are causing a lot of havoc. Anyway, so Ratty here is doing a decent job. I honestly did not expect Ratty to win the first battle against Blue in that very first shot. Later on, we go to Viridian Forest, from where we belong, and catch our first Pokemon, Caterpie, who we cannot evolve but name it Kitty anyway. I like this nickname, but unfortunately Kitty is totally painful to train because no moves can be learned. Anyway, we were dumb enough to go into the first gym with Ratty and Kitty, and obviously we were wiped out. That's when I decided I definitely need to have to train in the wild. But before that, we decided to have another battle with Blue here, right outside Victory Road, and Ratty takes out Pidgey quite easily, and I send out Kitty to get some experience out of Squirtle, which Ratty ends quite quickly, and thereafter we go and train our team for I honestly at this point of time have no idea how I'm going to beat Brock. We try again with them being higher levels than the gym leader and his buddy. Ratty does try really hard against Geodude, and we just unfortunately wipe out again. and we're just like, okay, we have to train more. And by this point of time, my dumb ass forgets that I can get one of my Pokemon in the Viridian Forest. But anyway, we train them a bit more, and this time we kind of get lucky. I have no idea how did we cross this battle, but Ratty's just had enough of Geodude, and Sandshrew surprisingly doesn't pose as too much of a threat because Kitty, my tiny little Caterpie, takes it out. But we are not stupid, we know we cannot take Brock out. So while training, I remember that I'm supposed to catch a Pikachu as well, and we select a very nice one and decide to capture. So for this team, I'm following the one in the red and blue, yellow manga, where Pika does help yellow in the series to find red as well as in battling. So this is the borrowed section of it. We trained Pika as well with the rest of the team. Everybody's at approx 13, and we see what we can do against Brock. We're just brute forcing at this point of time. Thankfully, Ratty did learn Hyper Fang, I believe, and we have a chance to battle. I used Pika just for lowering the defense because I know Pika can't do much against a ground type. But Ratty with the lower defense does wonders and takes out both the Pokemon. I honestly do not believe this happened. But thankfully we don't need to grind in the wild anymore after this. We have enough trainers to train against. We head towards a Mount Moon next to catch Geodude, which we are presented actually by Brock in the series. We get lucky here. Geodude is such a good capture at this point of time. And we catch it and we name it Gravy, I believe. I mean, what a good name Gravy is. Okay, Yellow is great at nicknames, I have to say that. I'm so terrible myself, that's why I'm impressed. After catching Gravy, we almost cross Mount Moon and battle a couple of Team Rocket grunts. In the storyline, we are not too much worried about Team Rocket because our main goal is Elite Four and Lance, who are causing the mayhem. Here it's important because we have to get the Helix fossil. One of the team members is Omanyte, and we can't get Omanyte until we reach to the second last gym, that is Cinnabar Town. But we pick up the Helix fossil anyway and move ahead and try to get out of this godforsaken Mount Moon cave and end up in Cerulean City, where we again are going to battle Blue. But right now I'm not too worried because we've had good trainer battles and I have a rock and slash ground type now. Anyway, we throw Pika at Pidgeotto, who takes it out, and then he has a Rattata of his own, which we take out with Ratty. We use Brute Force against Squirtle, and Rattata does wonders here. And we let Kitty handle Abra because he doesn't attack, and Kitty needs the training. Training Kitty was absolutely difficult. Anyway, we cross the Golden Gate Bridge and get our free nugget and refuse to join Team Rocket as they try to convince us otherwise. But we are fine with it. We need the training because we are finally following our rule of not wild Pokemon grinding as such. These battles come a lot in handy because now I have to train Pika for the Cerulean Gym's battle. But before that, we run into Bill, who has turned himself into a Pokemon. Back in the storyline, they are attacked by Lorelei, and Yellow saves this guy from drowning actually. Anyway, we are here against Misty now, who has we throw Ratty right on it, and against Stormy as well, but it doesn't do much. We thought Pika could take care of it, but unfortunately Pika is taken out, and strangely enough Gravy is the one ending the battle here, and we get our Cascade badge. This is the strangest battle I've ever had. We head to the SS Anne ship and get more training done. We are also training because we are going to have another blue battle in here. We have a team of 4 Pokemon at this point of time. The rest 2 Pokemon will be getting a bit later. We're gonna be a 4 Pokemon team for a while. Anyway, we Bonjour Blue again, and his Pidgeotto is low leveled. I mean, our team is crossing 20 very happily. Of course, we are struggling to train Kitty with only Tackle as an offensive move. We take out Wartortle almost by Pika, but then Ratty is the one who always takes out Squirtle or Wartortle. Magnitude takes out Kadabra, and we are done. We just have to pick up Cut from this puking captain here, and then hop, skip, a jump away. We get out of the ship right into battling for the 3rd gym badge again, Lizurge. I always get confused with these dustbins. Anyway, we have Gravy. We don't even bother changing. I mean, I'm just speeding through this because Lance is our goal at the end of the day. it was so simple. It's such a blessing to have him. Anyway, we go here inside the cave, which I always call dark cave, and I forget the name. We teach rock slide to it. Oh, rock tunnel, that's what it's called. We teach rock slide in the rock tunnel to Gravy, who's becoming more powerful day by day. We leave a lot of trainers because we have to want Pokemon to add to our roster who need a lot of training, and my team is pretty decently leveled. We head to Celadon City and go towards the game corner to proceed to our story, foiling Team Rocket's plan, and we are going to have our first battle with Giovanni. Fun fact, I did not know this, even Giovanni is from a Viridian Forest and does possess the healing powers that Yellow and Lance has. I recently read about that. Anyway, we have Gravy, who's killing it pretty happily, level 30. We are almost level matched here. I want to train the other Pokemon more, but his Pokemon are so strong. Giovanni's only Gravy comes close to killing it. And by now we are just done. He has thankfully 3 Pokemon, and we pick up the Silph Scope because now we have to go ahead towards Lavender Town and deal with the shenanigans there. We actually have the end goal of getting the Pokeflute so that I can proceed with my story faster. But my dumbass also forgets that I could catch a Doduo in Celadon City via cut. I honestly thought that the only place they are available is in Fuchsia City route. So that's why I proceed towards Lavender Town first, beating Blue again. This time his Kadabra proves a bit of a challenge. He's added Execute instead of Rattata, which is sad. But we take it out anyway, and we don't know this, but Kadabra starts growing a bit better and better. Anyway, we go and save Mr. Fuji here against Team Rocket Grunts, which of course is easy with Gravy on my team. I mean, at this point of time, Gravy is the strongest Pokemon I have, and he's getting way too much training done. I can't help it. Anyway, we pick up the Pokeflute and cycle towards, after running away from a Snorlax, cycle towards Fuchsia City. Our main goal here, again, is to get a Doduo, which I easily could have gotten Celadon City if I would have read a bit more. But anyway, whatever happens, happens. We finally run into a Doduo who's decently leveled and is attacking pretty decently, but it takes us a while to capture it with a Great Ball, and we name Doduo Dodi. Now, I had never trained a Doduo or Dodrio line, and I frankly have to say I was so super surprised. We battle against all the leftover trainers before heading to this gym full of women. And against Erika, I just throw Dodi because she's a flying type, and she does decently well, quite the attacker. But against Vileplume, we get stuck and we send Ratty out to finish it quickly. We get Giga Drain, which we can't teach it to anybody because nobody will learn, and head to Saffron City for our 5th gym badge. But before that, we have to deal with these shenanigans. Now, I read up for a change how Blue's team is stacked up, and they are stacked up pretty well. My team could not take them at this point of time. Instead, as a 5th batch, we go to Fuchsia City, whose gym leader's level cap matches our own. Oh, I hate these wall puzzles so much. We've battled all the trainers up and down to train Dodi for this upcoming gym battle, but I think Geodude is the one who'll probably take the cake here. Anyway, we hit and these exploding coughings. Oh, it takes out Ratty in the first go. Gravy does an earthquake. Thankfully, has learned earthquake now. And this coughing explodes and takes out Pika instead. So we send out Gravy again, getting afraid of the explosion because Gravy is the only one who can take explosions. And after a lot of explosions, we get the Soul Badge. We pick up the necessary HMs that we need, that is Surf and Strength, from the Safari Zone, as well as the Safari Zone manager's house, who we give him his golden teeth. I mean, there are so many side quests. The sad part is that Yellow does not have a water Pokemon at this point of time, so we decide to pick up Lapras, who we will be getting here after battling Blue. Anyway, Blue's team is stacked up decently. Pidgeot is taken out by Pika, and he has a Growlithe but has not evolved it yet. Gravy takes it out easy peasy. We send Pika against Blastoise, who does manage to paralyze but dies before doing anything, ending whatever it started. Ratty is also taken out, unfortunately. Kitty is also taken out, and then Dodi right now starts proving that it's the finisher Pokemon in my team. Learns Drill Peck, which is amazing, and it's just been the finisher Pokemon. Anytime I'm stuck in a corner, I send out more than Gravy. I started send out Dodie to finish the battle. We pick up a Lapras because we don't have any other water Pokemon at this point of time. But finally, we have our second battle with Giovanni. Honestly, this guy battles us so much, he should give us a gym badge by now. We do not use Lapras in battles, we just use our own team for Giovanni. Gravy Earthquakes out two of the Pokemon very easily, but we decide to switch to Pika for Kangaskhan. I don't know why do I keep sending Pika for Kangaskhan, but this time finally takes it out because previous times it did fail, but this time Pika is successful. It's on a revenge mode against Rhydon. I send out Gravy again, who Earthquakes out of here. Seriously, Giovanni, give me the damn badge. I beat you twice already. You should be ashamed of yourself. Anyway, we finish this and head to the manager, who gives us a Master Ball for saving him. We also go to the fighting dojo next to Saffron Gym and get a lot of training done for Dodie. We are decently leveled at this point of time in spite of no evolutions there. I had given everyone Everstone because I'm not going to be pressing the B button like Yellow did in the manga. I'm just too lazy for it. Anyway, we beat Hitmonlee, but it does take out Ratty, and Kitty takes out Hitmonlee. Like this insult to Hitmonlee, that tiny worm Pokemon took me out. We send out Pickup against Hitmonchan, but it takes out again, and we send out Kitty to finish the battle. We do not pick up the free Pokemon because not in our roster. Anyway, we twirl in to the Saffron Gym against the Psychic type. Here I was a little apprehensive because I inherently don't have any Psychic defense on my team, but we anyways have a couple of Pokemon with Dark type moves like Bite and Pursuit. So we open with Pika, and we right off the bat see we are decently level matched. We don't face a problem. Pika takes out Kadabra, but unfortunately is taken out by Mr. Mind. We send out Ratty to do a Super Fang, who has learned Super Fang by now, and is taken out unfortunately by Venomoth. So one of the things that I did differently here is that I did not evolve Ratty as well. Now this Alakazam is just a killer, but Gravy takes it out thankfully. And so in the manga, Ratty kind of evolves into a Raticate while training with Blue. And here I decided not to do that. I decided to keep the team even, and all of them will evolve together when it's necessary right before Lance's battle. We head back to Fuchsia City and teach Surf to Lapras, as well as Strength to Gravy. Honestly, I'm just so sad that I can't use Lapras for my playthrough. But we're going to have one of the good Pokemon, whatever type Pokemon after this, because we in Cinnabar Island we will be reviving our Omanyte. Before that, we have a few battles we might as well have. I did leave a couple of trainers for Omanyte because that's our last addition to the team. Because once we revive it, it would probably be at level 5. But anyway, we surf across the entire cave. We do not catch any legendaries because that's not our goal here. And we give this rude gentleman our personal fossil, and he gives us back Omanyte, which we name Omni. In the manga, she I think gets it from Misty. All the gym leaders give their prized Pokemon to her to build her team because she really hates capturing Pokemon or torture, any battling. She is really against battling Pokemon, so whenever she would battle, she would have a more defensive way where both the Pokemons would not get hurt. Anyway, we did leave these trainers here and train Omni a lot. Omni is doing great, has a decent move pool. Of course, the Helix Cord Pokemon we have on our team. Our team is really shaping up. It's a unique team. Initially, on paper, I thought this team couldn't go very far, but the only struggle I had was the first gym battle, and after that, we pick up the secret key. And now, it looks like a short journey, but it has been a long journey with these Pokemon where I could not evolve them. Anyway, we are in front of Blaine now for our 7th gym badge. Wow, we open with Gravy here, and here Grouded does a Fire Blast, but Gravy is unfortunately taken out by Arcanine in its evolved form, and we send out Omni with Surf, who did take a lot of damage but takes out 2 Pokemon on its own, unfortunately taken out by Rapidash. But Rapidash is pretty much killing everybody, and Dodie the finisher comes and takes away everything and gives us our 7th gym badge. We are unfortunately going to be dragged into a side quest by Bill, who needs us to set up the 1, 2, 3 island entire thing. Honestly, not a huge fan of the 1, 2, 3 islands, but a good spot for training, which again I sort of leave it for later on because I want to proceed with the story. My team is decently built at this point of time, so we just cross the basic necessities of helping the lost Lostel. This kid's name is Lostel, who's lost, and we're supposed to rescue so that we can get out of this island side quest. And we head to the 8th gym badge, a badge we should have gotten a long time ago because we've battled somebody and beaten somebody about 2 times now. But a 3rd time's the charm, I guess. And he's calling his gym his hideout. I'm just sad. I mean, how is this a hideout? It's a proper gym, legal aspects. I mean, I'm questioning the government in Pokemon world right now. Anyway, Giovanni opens up with Rhyhorn, and we send out a Gravy to do our awesome Earthquake. I'm so happy with Earthquake and Gravy, just like good old times, when we used to demolish everything with Earthquake, which I had been doing. And unfortunately, he's taken out by Nidoking. Omni does a surf and takes everyone else out, but Doug is taken out by Doug Trio, which is our final Pokemon. So we send out our finisher, who does a tri-attack and finishes our problems. Wow, 8 badges already. We are finally so close to evolution as well as lands. I'm a huge fan of evolving my Pokemon, so this has been quite a challenge for me. He gives us Earthquake, which we could teach it to someone, but we don't. We have Gravy with Earthquake. We just move on with the normal basic move pool that most of my team has. Now here, finally we have the second last battle of this game with Blue, who has a stacked up team. Oh my god. I honestly thought it was a mistake running into him without any training. But Gravy thankfully takes out the Pidgeot. It's a 53 Blastoise. I mean, come on. None of my Pokemon are even in that range of 50, let alone, like, they're not even 45 in most cases. But we still struggle a bit, and Omni takes out Growlithe, and we send out Gravy to take out Alakazam, who thankfully takes out the Alakazam. His Alakazam is pretty strong. Still worried about the level 53 Blastoise. We have no idea what to do. We just blindly attack at this point of time. And Dodie the finisher takes out the Blastoise. Oh wow, we realize we are really low leveled for the elites at this point. So we head back to the 1, 2, 3 island and battle all the trainers we had left, while picking up Rock Smash as well, which gives us a lot of good training. So right now I'm thinking that before Elite 4, my team should at least be 55, and that's a huge if, because Kitty is at 36. Kitty's been so difficult to train. We pick up the VS Seeker and we just bother these biker gang every second of the day. We would just ride up and down, and VS Seeker would summon them. I summon you to fulfill your oath to battle me via VS Seeker, and they would be so annoyed with me beating them all the time just to gain some XP. I did try using VS Seeker in the Victory Road because those would be the most toughest trainers, but that did not work for some reason. Anyway, we cross Victory Road, battle whoever trainers we can for the first time. We do not get a do-over here, and train our team at least till 55 before we hit the Elite 4. So when it comes to items, I can use items outside of battle. So that's why I go ahead and stock up on them. Pretty much the basic full restore max potion and full heal and revive combination. We pick all those things up. And as far as evolution goes, I'm going to be removing the stones from there once I enter the Elite 4 challenges. So there, what I was planning that they would evolve once they cross all the 3 battles right before lands. So I'll be trying to throw them in those battles, somehow getting the XP out of them, and they would evolve naturally. So I go ahead and battle Lorelei, and which I realized was a huge mistake. Even though level cap wise we are higher, Pikachu does take out 2 of his Pokemon, but Slowbro for some reason is such a huge problem. We just suffer with it so much. It sleeps, it puts us to sleep, it goes to sleep itself and heals himself, and unfortunately takes out our entire team with a blink of an eye. We were honestly very happy when we took out 2 Pokemon, but after taking on Slowbro, Jinx pretty much kills the rest of our team with the same logic of sleep and killing us pretty much. So we have to unfortunately forfeit from our first attempt here because Kitty is definitely not going to save us, clearly, and we decide that we have to use a VS Seeker again, bother those bikers again, and 55 is not enough. I think what I decide is that we go till at least 57. So we head back to Future City using Fly on Dodie and summon their oath, summon these poor bikers to fulfill their oath of training my Pokemon via VS Seeker, which I feel honestly terrible about. I was so bored. I just ran up, down, up, down, up, down. It was such a huge training montage. This is literally 90% of, well, not 90, 70% of my game is training here against Elite Four. But I'm also a little bit anticipating the excitement because I still can have to battle the Elite Four with baby Pokemon. Anyway, we go till 58 for Pika, who takes out the 2 Pokemon very easily, and we send Omni against Slowbro, who surprisingly takes it out. I'm honestly surprised at this point of time. We forget there's a Lapras also in the team. Pika thankfully takes it out, and now I think finally we are left with Jinx. So against Jinx, I send my finisher, who does 1 drill peck but cannot take it out, and we send Kitty thinking that they won't heal, but we switch it back to Omni, and Omni is taken out, and we send out Ratty, and Jinx, as it looks like, is going to take out our team, but Paralysis helps us and Gravy gets the edge, and Omni, our Helix God Pokemon, evolves. That's the only Pokemon that I managed to evolve in the first battle. Next, it's Bruno. I never understood Bruno's team, who claims to be fighting, but they're literally like 70% of his team is ground Pokemon. No fighting type is very few. So we obviously send out our new Omnistar to finish it. We also send out Gravy because we need to evolve Gravy as well. And against Hitmonchan, we send out Dodie, who also levels up. And against Matchup, Dodie finishes our battle with the leftover Pokemon. Okay, I stand corrected. He had 2 ground types. But we have a Dodrio and Gravy and a Metapod, which is awesome. And now finally we head towards our third battle, where we are going to battle Agatha. Now here, well, I'm kind of fine with her team. We don't face too much problem initially, but later on his Gengars torture us left, right and center. Gengars just double team and bother us so much. We thunderbolted, we try to attack it. It's finally paralyzed, where Ratty gets a bit chance to attack, but unfortunately Ratty is confused, but takes it out anyway. Now next against Golbat, I send out Dodrio. Oh, if Doduo was a finisher, Dodrio is a killer finisher. Does not wait at all. Gravy is absolutely doing great. Does an Earthquake against Arbok, and Omni takes out Haunter as well as Gengar. Everybody's so strong after evolution. This is such a welcome change. Now we are going to battle lands, and I see most of my Pokemon have not evolved, so I remember I have a lot of rare candies, so I manifest the evolution myself, and now we have a Raticate as well as a Butterfree. Butterfree at level 58 is something else. I never dragged about Butterfree till that long in the general manga game. I'm sorry, if I read Leaf Green games, but here it's been a blessing, and finally I have everyone evolved. So here is one of the mistakes that I make, is in my excitement I completely forget to evolve Gravy into Golem, but also I would have to make changes to the ROM for Gravy to evolve without trade. But we teach every Pokemon that we have all the necessary TMs that we have. Mainly I wanted to teach Psychic to Kitty, our Butterfree. Now Butterfree, wow, we finally have a Butterfree. I teach it Psychic as well as Toxic later on. Well, not later on, right now actually. I check most of the TMs that or HMs that can be given to my Pokemon by now, because we have 2 major battles left, our enemy and our teacher, that is Lance as Blue. We also pick up Blizzard and teach it to Omni, because I am an idiot and I forget to pick up Ice Beam from the Celadon mod. Well, not mod actually. Mod I don't think so has it. It's the Game Corner. Sorry, yeah. So after teaching all the necessary moves to my team. We are finally ready for our rival battle with Lance. So I call this rival battle because in the manga, the two children from the Viridian Forest, Lance as well as Yellow, are the ones who are battling here, and our Pokemon evolved simultaneously while battling Lance, and Lance is like, oh, scary. We do the mistake of opening with Gravy, but Pika anyway handles the Gyarados. Now we have a Dragonite, so I decide to send out Pika itself, who is taken out unfortunately. Then I send out Ratty, who attacks a lot, but they heal the Dragonair, and Ratty survives a Hyper Beam. It's amazing. And then Graveler is taken out by the Dragonair, does a lot of damage, and OD is the finishes it. Against Omni we send against Aerodactyl we send out Omni, who was unfortunately taken out by the level 60 Dragonite. We send out Kitty this time to do a poison, which it does, but unfortunately is taken out. Everybody's taken out, and Dodie, the finisher, comes out and does a try attack and wins us this very difficult challenge and battle. At this point of time, game manga wise, we are pretty much done, but we of course will have to go and beat our teacher Blue, who's the current champion in this game, but not in the manga. Red is the champion. We still haven't found Red. So he opens with a 59 Pidgeotto, and this time we send out Gravy instead of Pika. Because Gravy is more hard hitting, we send out Omni against his Rhydon, and we send out our flying type Dodie against his Executor, who does put us to sleep, but Dodie is a finisher off, isn't it? Drill pecks out the Alakazam. Alakazam is surprisingly weak in this. And against Arcanine, we send out Omni, who does a lot of surfs, drowns it, and finally the starter Pokemon, Blastoise. Oh, this has been so difficult. We poison it and Giga Drain it. But of course, Kitty being a bug type, Giga Drain doesn't do too much, but we poison it again, and fortunately Kitty is taken out. Now Ratty finishes the battle against starter versus starter. Oh, Ratty has won 90% of the battles against Squirtle, Blastoise and Wartortle, and finally we have won against our teacher. We are unfortunately the champions in this game, but that is kind of not our purpose of the game. Our purpose was mainly to cross this entire game without evolution and just evolving her team right before Lance. Oh, it has been such a challenge not evolving, especially Kitty. Kitty was a nightmare, I have to say that. But this truly has been a really fun challenge to do, and it's amazing how great my team is in spite of lacking in evolution, and it's amazing how well Ratty does, and Dodie is honestly, Dodie is the biggest surprise in this entire team. But everyone has done their part, in even Kitty for that matter. And everybody is now in the Hall of Fame. Oh, this has been such an amazingly difficult challenge. I did have fun. Gravely, I'm sorry, I forgot to evolve you into a Golem. Ratty did its best. Pika is of course amazing. Dodie is the freaking best. Butterfree in the end was amazing, and Omnistar, strangely enough, second finisher. Like I have 3 finisher Pokemons in my team, and this has been an amazing challenge, but it has come to end. And thank you everyone for watching. Please do like and subscribe to my channel, and stay tuned. I'll be uploading more such challenges inspired from manga characters that we have in the Pokemon world. Thank you everyone, and I'm gonna see you guys real soon. Bye.